Hello and welcome to what is going to be a monster of a Legoland store comparison video. It's the first time I've done a 4 split screen, so if it goes well, we'll carry on with it. If it doesn't, then obviously let us know in the comments below if it's too hard to keep up with. But you can see that we're starting on the outside of 3 different Legoland parks. Top right-hand corner is actually the Legoland Hotel from Billund. But if I run you through what's currently on the screen, top left, we have Legoland Dubai. Bottom left, we've got Legoland Windsor. Bottom right, we have Legoland Billund. Now, this is just a cut-up tour of all of the different bits and pieces that are available, and the hotel shop is just there basically to make up numbers. So you can see that the theming is very, very similar throughout everything. Obviously, it's all your bright yellows and all the same artwork and everything. We'll have a look at all the different key rings that are on offer, obviously the minifigures as well. So we've got the BAM and the PAB wall to have a look at. But if we go by size of stores, Legoland Windsor is the biggest in the bottom left, and then the bottom right, Billund is the second biggest, and then Dubai is the third biggest store. And obviously, like I said, the hotel is literally there just to make up numbers because it looked a little bit weird just having 3 videos on the screen. This is the first ever time, like I said, of putting all 4 videos together like this. So if it's too much of a visual overload, let me know in the comments below, because I have been doing it as a split screen where we've had one big, one small on the minute. Every minute they will rotate. That will happen again at the 10-minute window when the 2 shorter files finish. If this is easy enough to follow and you can have a look around and it's big enough on your device, this will be something that I could easily do again with other shops and other lands around the Legoland park. So just bear that in mind. But as we go around the stock, there is over different years. So each shop currently, some of it might be looking like you're looking back in time. Some of it will also be present. But what will be quite interesting is the size of the BAM and the PAB stuff as well, because there's a lot of differences with regards to what they have on offer. And you can see just how much space there is in Billund in the bottom right and how much space there is also at Windsor as well. Now, the good thing is that because I've got multiple videos of all of these stores, it means I can redo this again and it'll be completely different things on display, and all of the layout and everything has changed. But you can see bottom left, you've got the BAM. A good selection of build a minifigure on that one, and then we're looking down at the Lego Friends in the bottom right, and then we've got all the Technic bits and pieces in the top left, and there is a very, very good selection of different bits and pieces from the Legoland Hotel as well. Now, at Billund, there are multiple places you can go. There's multiple shops that you can go in, but this is actually the main hotel, not the Castle Hotel. So if you want to carry on looking at that one, or if you want to see each one of these individually in a obviously the actual video, they are all available in the Lego store playlist, and then that way you have a little bit of a better look. But you can see bottom left hand corner now, you have a very large selection of bricks that you can pick from. Some of the parks do it differently to the stores, where you've actually got to weigh the bits and pieces rather than actually just filling up a cup. So Billund, if you saw when I stopped, that actually went by weight, whereas some of them actually do go by cups. Now, the one in the hotel does not have any bricks or build a minifigure, but obviously it's a little bit of an unfair comparison just because it isn't the main big store. So we'll just stick to Dubai, Billund and Windsor for the Legoland stuff, and then obviously if you want to see anything for the hotel, just give it a pause. But there, like I said, there is good stock there. Now, as we're going around, we're actually looking at 2 different Christmas displays at the moment, and then we've got all the different bits and pieces like the bags and T-shirts and things. So that's one big difference with regards to what they have here compared to what they've got probably in your local Lego store, is because you can see at the moment there's lots and lots of different clothing on offer. You've got all of the hats, you've got T-shirts, you've got towels, you've got all sorts of different pieces like that, where they take up a good selection within the store. And also, if you have spotted the little bags, you've got the Lego brick bags, the rucksacks, you've got all the teddy bears and everything. So basically everything that you can buy online, including the shields that you can see now. So we're sort of having a big accessory moment from all 4 parks. There's just lots of things that you can get at the main Legoland stores that you cannot get at the normal Lego store. Also, they also have exclusive Legoland sets in everything that we're looking at, including the hotel. So I give that one a mention as well. So you can see there, look, actually talking about it, you've got the Mythica. So they have all of those available in everything. So in all 4 of these videos, they have the Legoland Lego Store exclusive sets, which is basically all the different theming to the Legoland park. So there's lots of those on offer, and you can also see that they do have some other really nice sets as well. So if you've been to any of these stores, then obviously please do let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, obviously, if you're still watching and it's easy enough to keep up with, let me know. If it's a little bit difficult, then it'll be something that I won't do again. But until I watch this back, I don't know myself. But yes, you can see there's puzzles. There's some more Legoland exclusive sets. You've got the big sort of gates and everything like that. Then we're still looking at the bags at Dubai, because they have a huge amount of clothing. And they also had a very, very big sale section as well, where they had, when I went there, they had all of the Lego Movie 2 stuff on sale. And Billund at the time I went there also had a huge sort of last chance section and a big discounted bit as well, whereas Windsor didn't have much on sale whatsoever. So Windsor never, they used to have like a last chance, or they had like a really big thing on display where you could see all of the massive sets and all the modulars and things behind the plexiglass, but they don't tend to do that anymore. So I haven't seen at the big store at Windsor any of the bits and pieces on a sale. So if they have started to do that again, then obviously let everybody else know in the comments below, depending on when you're watching this. And there's going to be more of these videos coming individually and sort of split screens as well when I get back to all of the Legoland parks around the world. Obviously I'll be redoing those individually, but you can see you've got the avatar sets there from Windsor. This section actually now that we're looking at Windsor in the bottom left, that used to be where all the sale stuff used to be. That used to be your last chance and sale section, and they've extended the store and taken all of that away. In the Dubai, you can see the huge amount of Ninjago t-shirts, pajamas, teddies, and everything like that, which is always really, really nice. So you can get a nice selection of just stuff. And then as we're walking around Billund, again, they have an enormous Lego City section. You can just see how wide the Billund store is. That actually used to be the biggest store in the world. Then Windsor took it over for a heartbeat. And I do believe currently the Legoland New York store is the biggest with regards to a Legoland park. And we're just looking at some models there at the hotel. But each one, I think, has amazing models on the inside. So you can see how you got, like, for example, up in Dubai, you've got the big Ninjago model just up there. So you can see how it's all brick built. But then as you're looking around, you've got more models dotted in the bottom left and in the bottom right, and they're all over the place. And the cool thing is every time you go into the store, they will move different bits and pieces around just because they've got so much space, because obviously that is very, very different to your local Lego store. They don't have that luxury. So when the bits and pieces are in, they'll only change bits and pieces within the window, whereas here they'll change the full displays, and then they'll have amazing models dotted all over. So at Billund, for example, this time round they didn't have all of the mini models of the Star Wars out, but then when I went again, they had like 5 or 6 of them where you could get your photo taken by them and things like that. So they will always rotate them around. They must have a massive store somewhere just to keep them hidden behind the back. I'd love to see how big their stockroom is. It would be absolutely enormous, because obviously all the big stores will always have members of staff refilling everything back up, because you can just imagine just how much stuff gets sold. But you can see now, look, as we're walking through the middle of the one in Billund, just how wide it is. It's what, 3 or 4 sort of lanes deep. The thing is absolutely enormous. Now, like I said, there's multiple videos from all the parks available throughout the years. So if you want to see it in a much bigger screen, obviously you can do. But we're having a look at the Builder minifigure and the Pab wall at Dubai. They got both of them quite close to each other. And then we've got some nice models with regards to there with the Lego Friends. That is actually a section that they don't have in Dubai. They don't have a Lego Friends section, but they do have some really nice Lego models on display of the Friends. What I do like, going back to the hotel quickly, is what we're looking at the moment, speaking of models, is the exact like for like of the Haunted House ride that they have at Legoland Billund, which I think is a really, really nice thing. So as you go to explore the hotel, they have stuff dotted absolutely everywhere. Right, we are about to leave Legoland Billund, the big shop, but because I've tried to be clever, what's about to happen is we're now going to walk into the Minifigs and More store, which is their secondary store at the Legoland Park. So we're still in the exact same place, but we've just changed store. So we're still in Billund in the bottom right hand corner. So now we can have a look around at a much larger Builder minifigure bit, and then they have all of the exclusives on sale in there as well. So you can see they've got more t-shirts, but this is where you can easily get all of your exclusive Legoland sets and also get all of your minifigures. So there's a huge section for that as well. So keep your eyes peeled on the bottom right for all of your minifigure bits and pieces. And obviously top left, top right now are both the big stores. And we're still having a little bit of a wander around the actual Lego hotel as well. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on Dubai, because we'll slowly be starting to run out of time from Dubai now. So that is in the top left. I do like how much space you've got in that store. I would like to get back either this year to Dubai, or might venture out to New York this year, depending on what costs of flights and the cost of accommodation. Because at the moment, the accommodation is the thing that's absolutely ruining everything. But we are about to leave, I do believe, Dubai as well. So you can see you've got all of the Friends opportunity at the start, and then this is where they had all of the Disney bits and pieces on display as you first came in. So again, spoilt for choice with all of the Disney stuff. And as you can see, we've got lots of other opportunity for the Legoland exclusive. So keep your eyes peeled there for the bottom right, and you can see you can buy all 4 of those for 849 Danish kroner. That is the only place I've seen them on sale or as an offer, because they didn't have them on offer at the other 2 stores, nor did they have them on offer at the Legoland Hotel either. So you've got to be clever where you get your bits and pieces from. So we are about to leave Dubai. We'll spin around. You can see how beautiful that park is. I love the theming from Legoland Dubai. I think it is absolutely outstanding. They've got so many models and bright colours and bricks dotted absolutely everywhere. So this is coming up to the end of the quad screen. Now, fingers crossed, what we will do in a second is we'll just stick with Legoland Windsor and have Legoland Billund as well. So here we go. So Legoland Windsor is big, Billund is small. On the minute, every minute for the next sort of 5 minutes before the video runs out, they will rotate between each other. Now, this is a format that we are used to. I've done a few videos of these before, but you can see at Windsor, huge Lego City section. And then as we're going around, you've got all the fridges. This is at the time of actually the refurb. So the refurb has already happened at Windsor because all the tills and everything has moved. So if you haven't been here since the refurb, where the tills are now on the left-hand side, they actually used to be on the back wall on the right-hand side, and there used to be a secondary building basically for a calf. The calf got shut, the wall got knocked through, the calf then got moved directly over the way, and then they just massively expanded that. And they have added in some of these nice models as well. And now the good thing about Legoland is, again, they've got a lot of hard-to-find stuff with a huge amount of quantity. So yes, they are the advent calendars, which are out quite early. This was nowhere near Christmas whatsoever, and they had a huge selection of them, just like you get at the Lego shop at the airport in Billund as well, and also the Lego house. So you are spoiled for choice. Also, the thing that you're spoiled for choice with are these multiple packs of minifigures. So we are back. Obviously, Billund's now big, Windsor's now small, and they have everything that you don't get. I don't ever see them at my local Lego store, but I always see them at the Legoland parks, and they are so easy to pick up. They had all of the other packs like the Venom, Iron Man, and all those kind of things there as well. Easy grabbable, and they've obviously got all of these key lights or the key rings with the lights for the feet. That's a really nice touch as well. And they've got all the storage heads. So we saw them as we first went into the main Legoland store in Billund as well. They had all of the big bricks, and we've already seen all the backpacks and everything like that. So it's worth trying to get to a Legoland just for the store alone, just because you are spoilt for choice. Depending on what year it is and what offer you have running, if you do get yourself an annual pass, you then will receive a discount. But I still believe, as it stands, you do not receive VIP points from a Legoland Lego store. You do from the Lego house, but you don't from a Legoland Lego store. So just bear that in mind if you want double VIP points and bits and pieces like that. But you can see we are going back in a bit of a time warp because some of these sets have been discontinued. That bombed. That is in a huge sale, that Black Panther set. I don't know of anybody that's actually picked that up. If you have and you've enjoyed it, then obviously let everybody else know in the comments below. It's worth picking it up in a sale. Obviously, we've got Thor's hammer there currently. Captain Shield has just been announced at the time of me doing this voiceover. So soon enough, Cap's shield will be out and about as well. But you can see huge amount of brick heads in the bottom right hand corner. That is something else that minifigs and more store is perfect for. Just the size of things that you can pick up. So if you are thinking of leaving like the park and it's coming towards the end of the day, or it's just after lunch, you know that you're only going to have a half a day to catch your flight back, you could easily go into the store, pick up the smaller bits and pieces. As you can see now, that's going to the big screen. So again, you've got all the shields, the clothing, and you've got section where you can actually sit down, get out the sun and build. And as I pan up, if I'm clever enough, there are all of your pieces that you can get and all of your minifigures as well. So you can just get them from here rather than queuing up at the massive Lego store at the end, because obviously everybody does the same thing. The rides will close an hour before the shop, so everybody will just come and torpedo into any of the large Lego stores, or the big shop, shall I say, just as it finishes, and then you end up queuing outside, and it's basically a Royal Rumble for the bits and and pieces that you need. But if you're clever enough and you even like Windsor, they've got the Heart Lake City shop and they've got the Ninjago shop as well. So that'd be something that I will be doing in either this format that we're looking at now or the quad format at the very, very start. And then obviously it's just one of those. So we'll see how it's like. But again, let us know if you are still watching, if it was bearable or if you prefer it this way where it flips between one and another, because it's just one of those things. But let us know. Now, as we are slowly starting to run out of time, we've got just over a minute left. I'm going to get it in now, guys. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let us know what your local Legoland park is. Let us know what they're like with regards to the size and how many shops your Legoland has. Windsor's got 3, and I think Billund has 2 or 3 as well, if you class the little castle shop as one. So you've got a very, very large selection dotted around both of the Legoland parks. And again, Dubai, I think at the time, only had the one big shop, but they might have opened up some smaller ones now. No, that's a lie. They did have the Lego City shop, which was full of all of the speed champion cars. So that is something that they did have there as well. And that is something that like Legoland Germany has. They have kind of split shops with regards to stock and things like that. So depending on what park you go to, it will differ absolutely massively. But guys, that is it. I am done. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Again, feedback below. Let us know what you thought. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care and update you on the next one. Ta-da.